What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. How about UFC 241 last night? To me, that was the best card of the year, hands down. So many exciting moments from the early prelims all the way until the main event. There was like 5 fights that could have been fight of the night on any other card the entire year. So I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I actually went to UFC 239. That was supposed to be the card of the year, and this one topped that one, no doubt. So yeah, it was pretty good, but let's dive into it. Talk about Sadiq Youssef, man. That was the second fight on the card. He took some damage early. He got tagged with some shots, but he just kept coming and finally got the finish. He's unbelievable. He's a Contender Series guy. I think he's got a big future in the UFC, and he's still young, and he's got a lot of time, and I'm pretty sure he's an African dude as well, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, he's a good fighter. He's coming up. I think he's gonna make a run at the belt soon. Still young, got some stuff to do, but I really liked him. He's really entertaining. The Costa Romero fight at middleweight. Oh my God. Yoel Romero obviously had two of the best middleweight fights we ever seen back to back with Robert Whittaker, so we already knew what he was about. But how about Paulo Costa, man? Came out there against one of the toughest dudes in the division. I mean, in the entire UFC, not just the middleweight division. But Yoel Romero's no slouch by any means, and just tagged him up for 3 rounds. I had Romero winning round 2 and 3. The judges gave round 1 and 2 to Costa. I don't agree with it, but whoever wins, it was a good match. You know, it didn't really matter who won because it was a great fight. Fight of the year. That's what most people are saying, fight of the year, and I would agree with that. I'm excited to see Costa fight again, but I guess he was in a wheelchair last night after the fight, so I don't think we're going to see him within the next. Definitely not coming back within the next couple weeks, but I'm excited to watch him fight again, and he could be a challenge for Whittaker down the road unless Adesanya beats him, which I don't think is going to happen. How about the Nate Diaz fight? Nate Diaz, man, I was not expecting that. I predicted that Pettis was going to tag him up all night and just whoop Nate Diaz's ass. And Nate Diaz, you know, what we were saying before the fight, the guys I was watching the fight with, is like he's got to take the fight to Pettis. He's got a dirty box with him. He's got to wrestle with him, you know, take him to the ground, get him up against the cage and dirty box with him. And that's what Nate Diaz did for 3 rounds, and he was great with it. He wrestled him a lot. His jiu-jitsu is ridiculous. But Anthony Pettis, man, he was really surprising on the ground. I mean, Nate Diaz is no slouch on the ground. He's like he's a 3rd degree. No, he has 3 red stripes and a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's like a damn near jiu-jitsu master. And Pettis was trying to submit Nate Diaz from his guard, and it was an awesome match on the ground, and then the striking was great. Pettis hurt his ankle in the fight, which kind of hindered the head kicks, which I think was great for Nate Diaz because that was really the only thing you need to worry about. But that was a great fight. Nate Diaz, I think next, he obviously called out Jorge Masvidal at the end of the fight. I would love to see that fight. I don't know how quickly we're going to see Nate Diaz get back in there, but I'd love to see him fight Jorge Masvidal and potentially a trilogy fight with Conor McGregor. I think that makes sense just as much as the Masvidal fight. I'd love to see either or. I think those are main events either way, whether you say Nate Diaz and Masvidal or Nate Diaz and McGregor. Nate Diaz has still got it, man. I had questions coming in. I didn't think he'd be able to perform like that. He gassed early in the first round, which you could kind of tell there in the first round. But then he came out in 2nd and 3rd, and he got a 2nd win, and he really just, you know, he fought a good fight all around, and his boxing was really good, and it was just a good fight. Yeah, so I'm excited to see what Nate Diaz is going to do next, and he proved me wrong, man. So good for Nate Diaz. Stipe is back, man. Like, how about Stipe, dude? He got his ass handed to him for 2.5 rounds. So you could say 3 rounds, and then he comes out and just demolishes Cormier with these body shots. I mean, it was unbelievable. I've seen it the whole fight. Like, dude, I said it going into the late in the third. I was like, dude, you got to go to his body. Take it to Daniel's body. Fourth round, he comes in, and I think he landed like 17 body shots. And these are heavyweight body shots. It's not no point body shots. And you can only take so many of those before you're going to crumble. And he got the finish. Shout out to Stipe. I called it. I said late round finish for Stipe. It was really important for him to win that fight, man, because in the beginning he wasn't looking good. Cormier was tagging him up with everything. Cormier, God, for a dude that weighs 236 pounds, dude, he is quick, man. Like his leg kicks and his punches and the stuff that he was throwing was really unbelievable. And shout out to Cormier, he's an all-time great. I don't know if he's going to retire. A lot of people say they want to see him fight John Jones again. I don't want to see him fight John Jones again. John beat him twice. I don't care what the record says. Jones beat him twice. But, yeah, I'm glad. Stipe is a Cleveland guy, blue-collar guy, firefighter. It's good to see him get the belt back. And you could tell last night he was taking punches. He's fully recovered. He hadn't fought in a year. DC fought Stipe coming off of a fight where Stipe was getting beat up and, short notice fight last time around, and his chin probably hadn't fully recovered. But last night, Cormier threw everything in the kitchen sink at Stipe, and no point in the fight did it even seem like he was ever in danger. And Stipe just weathered the storm, man, came on the fourth round and knocked Cormier out. It's great. It's great. He's the greatest heavyweight of all time, in my opinion. It's not even close. He's got the title defense record, and then he comes back and avenges his only, big loss in his tenure. So, yeah, so I'm excited for Stipe, man. Hopefully, I'd like to see him fight Francis Ngannou again. I think that's the fight to make if you're Dana White, or maybe a DC trilogy fight if he wants to do that, if DC even comes back. I think DC might retire, and if he does, cool. I mean, he's really got nothing left to prove. So all in all, man, UFC 241, card of the year for me. I really enjoyed it. It was just great MMA all around, just beautiful technique from everybody all night, from the wrestling to the jiu-jitsu to the striking. It was just an all-around something for everybody. I really enjoyed it. And like I said, there were like 4 or 5 nights. Even there were some prelim fights that could have been fight of the night on any other card for the entire year. So we need more of that, UFC. We need more of UFC 241 level fights. It was really great. Really enjoying it. And yeah, I think September 7th, we have the Khabib Poirier fight in Abu Dhabi. So that should be dope. I'm excited for that. It's kind of a top-heavy card. It's like Paul Felder. Can't even think of who he's fighting. But it's really just a Khabib Poirier fight that I'm looking most forward to. The rest of the card's kind of uninteresting, but we'll definitely be watching that. And then there's also Weili Zhang is fighting Jessica Andrade in 2 weeks. I think August 31st is that fight for the strawweight. Yeah, I think the strawweight belt. Yeah, so that'll be a good fight. Weili Zhang's a beast. Jessica Andrade is a joke. She's gonna knock her out. I can't wait. It's gonna be dope. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, subscribe to the video. And yeah, tomorrow probably Tuesday, I'll come out with the first NFL AFC East prediction video. I'm excited to do that. So thank y'all for watching.